All right, playing 3 sit and goes right now, and sitting in the lobbies for some more. Playing a 44 9-man, a 66 9-man, and a 218 6-max turbo. They're mostly early stages so far. My 218 table is pretty like combination of tight passive and loose passive. So in this bottom left one, the top 2 pay, and then the other 2 top 3 pay. I'm going to fold ace-3 from the cutoff for 12. I think against a weak field, you can say it's okay to shove. I think it's a little bit too deep, though. I'm going to sit one more sit and go. A6 suited is just quite a lot better. The 6 is going to be an overcard to some of the pairs that call me, and then it being suited just a lot better as well, even though I am one position worse. I'm quite far in 5th place here, so really need a double for me to cash here. And then 10s is going to be a shove under the gun for 12. This should be like pretty strong hand versus strong hand here. Shane's been playing a lot of these and I think has good stats on SharkScope. I don't know if he's blocked or not, but I have him tagged as weaker, but I think he has decent results. This guy says, I'm sitting out unless I see aces. So I guess he's giving me the free rein to shove my cutoffs wide. So this guy's a pro, I believe. I like his not all in size there, in the rare case that everyone goes all in. This guy is so tight blind versus blind that I think I can even get away with limp and lead there. This is just going to be a jam for almost 10 bigs. I'm going to be jamming any ace or any king, actually. I'm just going to play this as a jam. Definitely want to isolate here and pick up an extra blind and a half. Let's go. Let's go. All right, down to 5. So the reason why ace-3 is a fold is we're pretty shallow, and I'm not in the best position in cutoff, and then I'm playing the chip leader's big blind, and so he's going to be really incentivized to 3-bet me, and I'm not saying he necessarily will. If I think he doesn't enough at all, then maybe I can take that spot. Wow, I did not see what just happened there. Was that an all-in pre? Did he shove? I mean, I guess you can play 3 or 4 suited as a shove, but tempted to just bomb, but pop's just not going to fold very often, so just play as a check down. This is going to be gross if he has hearts, but I think you just have to call. Going to be calling a shove here. Definitely going to be shoving here. I feel like there's been drama in the global sit and go streets. I can play this as a shove against a weaker opponent. I'm just going to min raise. He may actually over defend, so shoving could have been better. Yeah. I don't actually think it's a shove ICM. I may go back and look at that spot. See what it says. Probably will shove to a limp, but against the 3x I'm going to fold. Just going to fold 4-7. I guess with two bigs behind I could fold, and he folded anyway. I probably should shove if it folds to me. I'm going to try to play this as a min raise. This is probably just better as a shove, but nice to double in the 44. I'm gonna fold. With a tight player to my left, I guess I could shove Jack 8. Yeah, that felt like it was too nitty. I'm gonna look at the Jack 8 as well. So here we have the chip leaders clashing. So I'm definitely cheering for a knockout here. No dice. That's amazing. He shouldn't really be walking me very often. Jack 10 is going to be a stuff. If he had 2x, I think I would stuff for fold equity. I don't think I have fold equity to a 3x. I also think he's stronger range when he's 3xing. This is just amazing. Flopping top set's amazing. So now we're all going to be pretty close for chip lead here, and for like second place. Just going to fold under the gun. I could attack as chip leader. I could attack, or I guess I'm in second in chips. Wow, aces versus kings. I could threaten his stack. I don't think he's that ICM aware though, so I think he's mostly just playing his hand, and that's just kind of variance I probably don't need to take. I think I'm actually supposed to call there, but fold's not terrible. The reason why I'm supposed to call is like I'm still like good ICM position even when I lose, and getting the 2-to-1 price, which my range certainly has 33% equity there. I think that was a misplay by me. I can recover though. Wonka still likes to VPIP, I think, and I think Atheist Pie also likes to VPIP. So I think you're going to find me doing some non-all-in opens. So this is like, this sucks because now he has more chips to call off, but A6 is just too, or A6 suit is just too strong. I'm very lucky that I flopped an ace there. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to work because I think he may just, yeah, he should be folding here, but I'll try to delayed c-bet. He needs to be tighter against me because I can stack him and he's actually in second place. But he's not really aware, so I'm going to take a low variance route and try limping lead, I think, or maybe 3xing. The non-3x there is kind of sketchy. He could actually just be trying to steal blinds. So it's really bad for me to be giving up my big blinds here. But I think they're going to be pretty strong when they do that. I could have actually defended there, I think, with the, that last hand, the big blind. 8-9 is going to be a shove here if it folds to me. And they're just sizing really badly here. Just don't need a clash with chip leader. Even like defending is not always worth it. I think I will try limping and leading. I am a blind position ahead. I guess I will call here as well. And I think he's just going to fold a lot here. So Ox may over limp. See, I can open, but I think Atheist, yeah, I guess he's not attacking enough. It really sucks to give him a walk when he's in third. Okay, yeah. So the 500 I think was weaker, and I think the 600 was stronger. I think I'm just gonna shove for 12 bigs here. Gonna shove for 4 bigs there. Getting a walk is amazing. King 5 is gonna be a shove. I'm gonna mark it just to see what I need to be shoving here. I only have 4 big blinds. I'm gonna try their game here. I don't know if I would ever fold to Atheist Pie's reshove though, so maybe I should just shove there. Okay. If he had gone 500, I think I'd consider calling or shoving. I'll take my bottom and just fold, and then try to limp and lead a lot of the river, or a lot of the middle. I was gonna say I could just min raise, but I like shove. We're so close right now. Yeah, so because he has folds, he may have just like had it every time he's been raising. Could 3-bet shove here. Again, I don't know. The min raise seems weaker, but could also attack this. I'm being like a little overly conservative. I think they're calling too wide, but definitely shoving too tight there. Again, taking the bottom and just folding blind versus blind. I haven't really done this much, so let's see how they respond. Gonna delayed c-bet. I should maybe size up a little more to try to get clubs to fold. And maybe I can get king high to fold now. Maybe I should have sized up more there. I really think he should fold turn, but he just never has an ace, and so I should probably just like shove river, honestly. Okay, I have an Elena popping up. It's gonna be my last sit and go for the night. I actually wouldn't mind seeing a call there. Gonna fold 9-3. I think I think the gains are still up. Okay, so I have to go all in here. I mean, I don't have to go all in, but if someone raises. Could also shove there as a bluff. Backdoor clubs, I'm going to call. Yeah, so he was opening wide. Ten four is a fold. I'm just going to fold 7-8. This hand's too strong, even though I am in second place here. All right, I'm out of this 66, so let's get the new Elena up here. Ooh, Poker 12's in our game. The 5x. It is quite cold in my apartment. This is a very long bubble on the 44. I'm going to shove a7 here. Actually, I'm going to fold versus that. I'm going to defend. This could be terrible. Yeah, so he just has bluffs when he does that sizing. He's just trying to steal blinds. So blind versus blind has bluffs, non-owned sizes 2 to 3x. Sizes All right, I just want this to go to showdown. Very lucky to turn an ace here. All right, heads up play at 11 bigs. Gonna call a shove here. And flop a set. That's how you do it. Against this bad play, yeah, I guess 4 bigs, you still shove here. Let's see, I think I'm gonna resize the tables here. All right, you're gonna get to see me play a $100 9-man from start to finish. Really fortunate that I ran hot in the 218s. Those are good all-ins to win. This is definitely going to be a shove with 6s here. For 4.5 big blinds. Very lucky to double up there. All right, so I can talk about the table now. All right, sorry, I was very focused on that bubble. I think I made a lot of mistakes. I also think that there were a lot of close spots, and I probably play a little bit unconventional, and I definitely play different than how ICM is just going to tell you to play. But both of those opponents were not ICM aware much at all, and they were kind of doing some things that I thought I could exploit. I was also taking some I was choosing to go lower variance by not taking the really small edges, I thought. So you saw me limp and lead, you saw me min raise from the small blind, you saw me I min raise instead of shove, and I'll throw some 3x's in there as well. Okay, so we're already down to 6 players. About to be 5 players in this 110. I've played one hand. I think I actually could have shoved there with Jack 8. I was distracted and talking. So down to 6 in both, and top 3 pay. I only have 10 bigs, but we're actually all kind of vying for second. Us 4 are. This guy's basically out with 2 big blinds. And then in the 110, this guy's basically out. Ancient method. I actually played him heads up. It was just a sample size of 1 though, but he seemed a bit spazzy. Punt called under the gun 4x with Jack 8 of hearts and small blind, and then led pot on Jack X flop, ability 63. I'm just going to check fold here with ace 8-3. My apartment is in the low 60s right now. Let's see if Captain America is going to let me limp and lead. This is not really recommended, but I also think I'm just going to fold here. So both of these players are pros. Pitch Herm 22 and Poker 12. Both players are quite good, I believe. And then no pros in my other game. I think I'm just going to shove 4-7 suited. I'm going to run this in ICMizer as well. Going to mark that spot. See if this affects the yeah, that affects the sizing of things, isn't it? Sorry, new monitor, and I'm playing around with the sizing of my tables here. Sorry about that. Just gonna shove to steal with ace deuce. I think it'll be overly interpreted as strong for whatever reason. 5. That's okay. So 7 big blinds. Now it's kind of like a fight for third between the bottom 4 players. I'm just gonna fold. I could open and call a shove here from pop X, but don't need to. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Oh, he had a flush. That's actually not good for us. We actually want him stacking him there. Ace deuce is normally a fold. I think it's 7.5. It's a shove though. It's kind of close. It looks deceptive. It looks like it's a snap shove, but under the gun and with the deuce offsuit, we're like in pretty bad shape against obviously like 3s to 7s, and there's just a lot of people behind us that can call. So, well, this plan failed. I'm just going to give up now. He can have a lot of pairs. He can have a lot of clubs as well, though. But he also should be able to bluff a lot of rivers, and I don't really need to be calling off ace highs in spots when the field's pretty soft, I think. You'll notice that like I'm like still like in 3rd place basically, which is wild. This guy already has 6,000. There's only 9,000 chips in play. Wait, no, that's not right. There's 13,500 chips in play. He has like half the chips in play. Getting a walk with kings kind of sucks. I'm gonna shove over supernova shove, but I'm gonna fold to a 3x. So in situations like this where someone just has an overwhelming chip lead, like you're almost cheering for them when you're not in the hand. I think a non-all 3-bet is fine. I also think of just shoving for 20 bigs is fine. Definitely want to just VPip against this player, so I'm going to see how he responds to lumping the button. Don't actually hate men raising as well, just to have the initiative and to discourage small blind from completing. All right, so blinds are going up here. This is a critical level, 5,100. We have a 13 effective stack here, 21, 16. Like stacks just get shallow very quickly. You'll see it now, like this is actually a fold with queen 9 because I'm actually in 3rd place now. And I just don't need to be risking my stack against the chip leaders to my left. Kind of surprised Poker 12 defended, kind of surprised. I guess pitch is disincentivized from shoving with chip leader in the small blind, but this still has to be, she should be disincentivized from playing any hand. So as Poker 12, maybe he has traps, but he certainly shouldn't really have any aces. Like I'm guessing he can be trapping like aces or kings here, but obviously when it comes to ace king, he's not going to have much of that. Just gonna fold Jack 9 suited first act here. Maybe Poker 12 does have like queens or kings here, but all those other pairs are gonna be like folding or shoving. And maybe pitch term like has jacks and is gonna call it off. Maybe Poker 12 has exactly like Jack 10 suited. Yeah, I kind of missed a little bit of that hand though, so. Don't hold me to anything. I don't know how much fold equity I have. If Ranji decides to complete here, I'll probably just check back. Because I also just want to stay ahead of TFP. Even though it looks crazy, it's like, oh, I only have 6 big blinds. He has a better button position, and it's actually pretty significant. So getting that walk was very significant. Queen's too strong at 7 bigs. It's just going to be a shove. This like seems stronger than an all-in, but I also think this player could just be weak. So like a inexperienced player. I'm not exactly sure how crappy he's feeling today. I think I can definitely shove Jack 9 profitably there. Man, this is kind of a gross spot to lose here, but it's okay. It's also gross if I lose to queen high here. It's pretty bad that he let me just win with jack high there, but it's okay. So now we're actually all a little bit deeper. I'm just going to take this as a shove. I could play it as like a min raise to induce. I'm not convinced this player is like that aggressive. And at like 19 bigs, I'm just going to play this as an open. I think this is my spot to have that has the most fold equity. I can see the blinds made, like he just made a mistake there folding. I'm going to delayed c-bet on this board. Would love to hit a club. It's unfortunate. I'm not really getting better to fold with the ace-9, but I do want to deny equity here. Yeah, he's just going to have like king x some of the time and 10x some of the time. All right, well, we're saving the best for last, so let's do... let's make the screen even bigger. I don't know if I can do that. Hold on. Oh, that just messed it up. Oh, so sorry for this. All right, last sit and go. Can't make it bigger than this. I guess I can. Okay. All right, definitely cheering for crappy guy here versus the two other pros at the table. Payouts for this are 180, 270, 450. About to go 275, 150 big blind. I'd like this hand to finish so I can avoid that $50. But it looks like Poker 12 is just gonna use his time. Oh, he's not. Crappy guy's probably gonna have more aces here. Yeah. Okay, we avoid the blind hike. I'm gonna just check the fold here. If he's gonna limp 7-8 suited, I think the next time he limps, he's gonna have a little bit more traps. But I'm also fine just taking the flop. I don't need to necessarily like attack it like for 3 or 4x, and I don't want to shove that many big blinds. Let's see how many. I have exactly 15 big blinds, and there's an ante. No, there's no ante. Okay. So I think he's just an amateur player here, unless this is a trap. I think Poker 12 is kind of sensing that as well. Yeah, I like to check back from Poker 12. I like a delayed c-bet. I would just probably stab here, unless Poker 12 has some showdown value with like, I was gonna say like 10 or jack high, but I guess 9 high is enough showdown value. Seemingly weak passive. Would like crappy guy to call and win. So sometimes, like if it had folded to small blind and they'd limped, I could shove 100% here because they're basically only limping their weak hands. And I think it's a good spot to do it here. This is just insanely strong. A 3x at that stab death under the gun. I think Ancient Method may fold a lot to shoves here. So I think I prefer shoving a lot to like 2 and 3xing, but we'll see. I try to play pretty quickly at these levels. Just the next blind hike is quite brutal. I have about 13 big blinds here. Gonna be folding. I guess to a limp I can shove here. Three X seems strong. 6-8 off. Is a fold. It's kind of close. The reason why I'm not opening hands like King 4 off is because I like every blind is like pretty important. And like risking 2 big blinds when he's gonna probably defend min raises pretty wide. It's not the best. Like sure, it's probably pretty chippy to open there, but it's like a tournament situation where I need to conserve my stack, especially when I'm going all in. I need like the full double when I'm in there. So rightfully so, pretty tight against the chip leader there. Looks like me and Pitchherm are kind of waiting for spots to go all in. Poker 12 is kind of abusing crappy guy blind versus blind, and he's kind of getting an easy spot with Ancient Method not really putting much pressure. Like Ancient Method should be shoving very wide there because crappy guy can never call, and Poker 12 can't call that wide. Also, Poker 12 has less than 10 big blinds. Even min raising is like he should be min raising. He's like basically should never open fold. Like I would take 2-7 and like min raise there. All right, so this is good for us. Even though I am in 4th, I have a good position on the 2 weaker players in the field. At 11 big blinds. Like Pitchherm should just fold here a lot, and Ancient Method actually should just go all in unless he thinks that that's like just too strong. Do I leave chips behind? I think I'll leave a big blind behind here. Where if it goes all in, I can fold. I think, yeah, I think that's right. I think even with like an ace-x hand, I'm gonna call here. I think he plays passively enough that I can like over-realize. Gonna just check shove this flop. I would like an overbet on the turn here. It doesn't really leave me much of a river bet though, so I'm gonna try to just realize he probably has a lot of ace-x and king-x, so it's kind of bad that I don't want that flop with that much equity. I probably should just bomb turn. So this is gonna look terrible, but this is like me making an assumption about timing, and I don't think he actually opens that often. It's not that I don't think my hand has much equity against his range, it's that I'm very certain that I have like little to no fold equity, and my situation's a lot better when I have fold equity there. Just gonna stuff ace king. Hopefully this is ace-x. Oh, need an ace. Good game.